respected development economist, Professor Jeffrey Sachs, in their report in September 2020, indicated that Ghana's response to the COVID-19 crisis has been quite, and I'm quoting them, exceptional. And they went on to say that a small West African country's name is boldly written in gold among countries that have used their meager resources to achieve excellence in preventing the spread of COVID-19. And this is quoted in the Daily Mail newspaper of London. This is the leadership that has been offered by President Akufo-Addo in a crisis. Compare that to the crisis leadership that was offered by President Mahama. Look at corruption. You would agree that the last 4 years, the inertia that characterized the fight against corruption is no more there. Of course, our NDC friends will disagree. They will, as soon as they speak to them about corruption, they will say, PDS, Agyapong, and so on. PDS, the president was not happy with some of the documentation and processes. So what did he do? He canceled PDS against the wishes of the almighty Americans. You remember? The president canceled it. And yet, they will tell us that it's an example of the president not fighting corruption. Even this Agyapong. Is still on paper, largely. Still on paper. They were asked not to proceed until the special prosecutor did his risk assessment, so they stopped. That President Mahama, in the period between 2009 and 2016, engaged in conduct which directly indicted himself and the high office of the presidency in personal, direct corruption. There can be no debate about that. We all remember the Ford saga, where the gentleman himself was caught on tape saying that he was looking for contracts. He couldn't get contracts. He was led to President Mahama, at that time vice president, and then he started getting contracts. He got some big job to construct a wall in the Ghanaian embassy in Burkina. Huge contract, almost $1 million. And then he proceeded then to get a lot of road contracts and so on. And in his own words, he sent President Mahama a Ford car, which clearly went against all the ethics of good governance and anti-corruption. And of course, we remember Airbus, where testimony before the courts in England and America have told us that bribes were paid to President Mahama's brother so some influence can be exerted. These are records before courts, international courts and so on. Like I said, by contrast, you cannot get President Akufo-Addo directly being indicted personally in such blatant corruption. So there's no gain saying that the fight against corruption in the next 4 years is safer in President Akufo-Addo's hands than in President Mahama's hands. Look at the way President Mahama treated his own people from the north. Remember how he titled himself in the campaign of 2012 and 2016 as the candidate from the north. You remember? He even said Bawumia was vice president, so he cannot be somebody who can move the north forward, that he should be the presidential candidate. Now the candidate from the north, look at the way he treated his people. Came and formed something called SADA, Savannah Accelerated Development Authority. Said he was going to use it as a vehicle to accelerate development in the north. And of course, SADA was turned to one of the biggest corruption vehicles in the history of this country. We all remember Monies were paid, $9 million to go and cultivate a guinea fowl, I confirm. As we speak, there's no single guinea fowl produced by that company. $18 million were paid to that same company to go and do afforestation. They said afforestation was going to relieve poverty in the north. $18 million were paid. As we speak, you don't find any forest in those places. This is the record. So, why should the people of the north put their faith in President Mahama? And today, as we speak, SADA, the word SADA and I confirm, have become entrenched in the corruption lexicon of this country. This is a clear example of why we should not take President Mahama over Abudani Akufo-Addo. Remember the presidential debates in 2016 when President Mahama was president. He said he was not going to take part in any presidential debates unless the conditions were his own terms. That he didn't like the IEA, which had conducted presidential debates since when? 2000 or so. President Mahama in 2016 said he wasn't going to take part in the debates organized by the IEA, and that he would take, if he would take part in a debate, these are the terms he would take part in a debate. Now look at him in 2020. He wants a debate under any circumstances. In fact, Akufo-Addo should name the place and name the, set the questions and name the panelists and the people who ask the questions and the venue. Akufo-Addo should name all of it. Here's a man who in 2016 said he will not take part in a debate unless it's under his own terms. And indeed, the IEA debate, he didn't take part. Now today he says he will take part in a debate under any conditions. You see the inconsistency? Now, there is a very terrible issue that came up after the 2016 elections. We all remember that President Mahama requested that his official residence where he was residing should be given to him as a retirement benefit. We remember. Of course, there was a national outcry, so that desire of his could not be fulfilled. Two things that come up to show the premeditation that this was what President Mahama had intended. They were building a new residence for the vice president. That new residence is at, I don't know what they call it, is it Ridge or something? Sorry? No, not Australia House. It's, is it Cantonments or Ridge? I'm not too sure. Yes, on that road by the fire service headquarters. Now, because he wanted to take the, where he was living as a retirement benefit. The strange thing is that he was president. He wasn't retiring. So that decision was not made, or it doesn't seem to have been made after the elections, because they had started the building of a new residence for the vice president. So it's a very strange situation. Now, even the new residence we are building for the vice president, Asedun Ketia told us, he showed documents to you, the media, that the money being used to build the residence, the new residence, was $3 million. It turns out that President Mahama's government had committed $13 million for that project, even though it wasn't completed, and it is still not completed. But there's another issue that arises from this that you need to consider, the Ghanaian people need to consider. It is that after the 2016 elections, it seemed that President Mahama intended to retire. And that's why he asked for that building as part of his retirement benefits. So now that he's contesting again, it's a clear case of changing his mind again. It's a clear case of the inconsistency. Because very clearly, if he didn't mean to retire, he wasn't going to ask for that property. Issue that, for us, goes to the core of President Mahama's leadership. And you remember the huge public outcry and the way it painted all of us politicians as greedy people and so on. Now, there's not enough space for my papers. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we have done is to give you instances that show that President Mahama is not the leader you are looking for if you are looking for a focused leadership. That the records so far show us that he vacillates, he flip-flops, he's inconsistent, he obeys the wind, turns whichever way the wind is blowing. And this is not the kind of leadership that you need at this moment. You need a caring, imaginative, but resolute leadership that President Akufo-Addo has demonstrated. On December 7, 2020, next Monday, we must make a judgment call. And this is a judgment about our future as a people, our future as a country, our future, the future of our children. We cannot be partial in this judgment because it is a judgment about our own welfare and our progress as a people. We cannot be partial. We must vote for a leadership that we know is best for us at this time. And the opinion polling that I had referred to earlier show clearly that Ghanaians are already in that direction of voting for a resolute but caring and imaginative leader. It is the best for us. Let's vote for Ghana. Let's vote for President Akufo-Addo. I thank you all for your attention. I think we'll take some questions or something.
We'll do the tree.
I need to summarize that tree.
My boss will do the tree. Then afterwards, we'll do the work.
Oh, why don't we do the tree so those who want to leave can then leave? Why don't we do the questions? Okay. Yo. Enuanom. Ewie ye share mu wa ha. Ya sema di tu mani me tietia. Said na wotwe December 7. Juada ebe. Ye kwa koto aba. Eyi onipa obedi oman nanim. Efri 2021 kosi 2024. Na ya sema edi betu mani ma ne se. Sa batu a ye kwa koto yi. Yatuma President Mahama da boy ho abro. Nansen no bonifa no opinion polling aba yate Beneps in there, ye minua Beneps in there, yate political science department there. Omunya chere se abana ye ba beto no President Akufo-Addo edi anim. ama ye nwanum ndis for mo ye ma hwe pa nti omo ye ni ma bia emfata na nsem akofa video bi omo de to social media as a President Akufo-Addo 2016 now oje bribe e won the office na o hwe video na e nipa bi a ebe ye na doye e de moa kakra sika kakra ni t-shirt say e bre no so they hear the campaign obia we elections bia adofo eye wadoye e de bibi kakra bre na be boa campaign e na amini we ka say okwa nipa wo ho mo di NDC ye di adoye come out no di ayom campaign nipa wo ho a ye di NPP for Asia ye di adoye among political campaign donation there time bia baby a isi na mo akofa video e di aba say a bribe obi ono nya president no ye candidate there okoji bribe there den je no bitima ya ma we nya kire say opinion polling na eba na mind this for no yam hwehwem to mo ye bibia including em I am fata na ma kire mo say open bribe and kasa men kwachiri enya be kai 2016 tama president mama president NDC for tam bribe man Alaji Bugri Nabu Sata no ye regional chairman for NPP Amumanu sika 500,000 any car 4x4 kesiye baako say onkuntia NPP some obekai ye the car no be see ha na ye ni mu share the tram ti wenya e kire say ye nwan medis for no ma ye desperate because opinion polling na ye ba na man Ghana for him among Koswa na send opinion polls na kire na among type President Akufo-Addo achi now share President Mahama ne kandifo na leadership no dey ba menwa enye leadership a isipim papa no sisana no ono ankasa nsema oka wo se onjindi infama no boa no asisana no yenwanum kranfo friend no rock papa obey the wind obia infama boa no asisa wa no na nipa say ukofa no so no be di o man anima wo be bo man na bro intina so amede kan we hwa yase kwase na onsisa na dwen obi wo ho bi a ugina baabi na bia nsem foforo aba wo hwe nsem no say o asem we abe ye to mutimesa mesa madwen but say de bia osisa wa dwen a and they are dangerous na hwe President Mahama ni yo ya 10 bia osisa na dwen na njina so no bi ni say yenye ebe kai tama oye president university for you twa mo electricity ni so ma o aban twa ma o ba no betwa mu ose ye hu hia sa aban betwa President Akufo-Addo ba was sign so ye man e wo university no was sign so ma sin afa de President Mahama oye campaign o si o onu so Agyapong oba onu so beto aso na wetwa utility bills and my students na chese asema dwenkyerɛ any no year 2016 no any no can say no ebobra so be kai training allowances for yenwanu a called nursing school and yenwanu a called teaching school allowance kakra no moji no president ma betray am ase ehun hia emfata so maji sa allowances no na sa asem yo mututia no kra on mine yentuntia no na ogide se obedin kunim President Akufo-Addo bae was signed the allowances aba how they saw yenwanu mama sen yenwanu mama ye nursing training ni teacher training General President Mama kan ne o se onu so ba wa Agyapong obetwia nursing training ni teacher training allowances so obi a na dwen ehihim engina faako na dwen ko baby am from anobo waka kire afi we say yeto abama no ba be sesa mfumso oyeye nanso ontimi nya akokuduro enkyere ye mfumso a oyeye eni ekwan a obefa so EDSCM from Swan, say a Tomano. Now, so your Bobia, we had candy for we Wakukudra. Now, Fis, I was from Nipana Diomenimna. And so Timmy Banaji Tum, so when where I'm here, I'm the man ye. The Mufan Chemi. Namosan Famembra, Nameba, Messesa, Mayor, and Quanfo for say. Then the person who said, we're serious. Now, where they were cannot try. So, Bob correcting the mistakes. And so, any mistake or yeah. Or catch her in 2016. Say, any power money are buying moon. Omoba, no more yet promises. Boshe. Amo ya boshe cherema. Mamun jomun tum. If it's omuni aban mu, omun nim sana aban mu te. Into on boshe no mo ye nya njina so no enye papa. Sa na catch her in 2016. And then Ononso a politician only a bemu. Ononso a boshe. Ononso ye boshe. Ononso shebo. Anambwa. Nti wo catch her in 2016 so be only a bemu be shebo a mamuntie na supem. Na ene wonso ni abemu na wo shebo yi. Send ye ntie no. O catch her in 2016 say if you nani adema president no iswa kra the president bia here in fie nwotwe it is a sadia president akufo-addo we dey fie nine ade na okache Ghana for say yin free cause we see fie nine iswa if you nwotwe na president bia here into adenti na o ye campaign say into president akufo-addo na man if you nwotwe na wa okache Ghana for Osan catcher and say, Seato Abamanua, ye nwan musika kemu wo banks no. Oba, ye to Abamanua, a fiba con obetria sikeni ya. To way Ghana for ye jituma enye ye. If it's a sad time now, banks no, a juma no ye no basa no muntimin tria Ghana for sika the akoto banks no. Jemana President Mama ye. Otamu sika podo. No, the bank managers no, any bank shareholders no. Billions and billions of Ghana cedis. And no crowd saw any and could ye tree. I must say, Sikano saw the Koso Masir, Mimini Usika, and no much race Sikano. Na Ghana for and crane able Sikawa bank hodie. 1, 2, nany I show Obia. Yabaka Yera, I say Dunkitia. Or can say, why do Sika go to bank now? Usikana came with a bank bank. Some okay. I'm pounds to President Mama and Shada and what Ghana for Musiga Kokem. Until then, I'll catch her and say, "You're too about Manua. If I feel back when soon obituary Sikanwa, it's a Bisana Sem. Say Bisana Sempa. I'll catch her in 2016, say, Bibia ye free no, and Shada your papa. The Nipa or can't say, you buy bay way free, a bay way free. On because from Apple Bay free. Now, on your papa, Tima Ghana phone tea. Or Kofa, a Nipabium Tion baby, J.H. Mensa, Pastor Uta, Bokofa or Monet, the better media so. Say, almost so a can't be free when yet. No, say, anything I present my mayor. Or promise free. Free health care. And no pay credit. I'll say free university fees. In terms of my system manifesto, meaning say one who statement no. I'm so my system manifesto no. No, my university is so free. Now NDC under President Mahama, any the only political party. I'm amend your manifesto. 6 days to elections. Meaning say one who be that there. Now, I'm saying, and now no pay scholarship secretary at the Tuja. Say President Akufo-Addo, I'm on my share. I bet me my young free secondary school, or met me scholarships, or my bayard and normally I could invest. I'm saying, Nunti, President Mama, and almost so much. I feel I'm so be a free university education. 6 days to election. The Nizam Gwako system manifesto. means a been see that. To when you are President Mahama no, not drain engine faako. Na yakra chain in ya free SHS. Enya kai ahoɔden a President Mama ni ndc shame a chair Ghana for say free SHS no enye. Na ze bibi anke betimi ayanka President Nkrumah na ye. The be kra 20 years actually. President Mama na gina CPSO catcher and say desperate politicians no mo free SHS ever. See a kai. Is another no catcher. Otime gina CPSO catcher and say free SHS no crowd. Or not the buy. Or say your President Akufo-Addo ne the buy. Or no President Mahama ne the buy. Ah then, only any wo. Huh? Only any wo. Na adia subako a am shishia. President Mahama catcher and say se di president da. Uni hu kwan se obeka ne ho asem na nipa so mo ka ne ho asem a obetie eye nipa mienu President Rollins and President Kufuor if is omro ma di president da na so timi kan we kire sorry Dr. Baumia na me ne wo de no timi kan kire Osan Koso can say, oh, Shushe, a Juma or the Ghana for Sika Aya, men Bisano. Ono ya to abamano, or see men Bisano, co parliament, la coco Shushe. Or can wait your Ghana for? Osan catch your Ghana for so no, or a drum dead goat, or throw knife. Now we can't find who be a nyadia or the beju or your drum phone. Now, a nipa o pese o koni Ghana for naso. Now, cost threat say yes and to about mount. Now, to me, no kasa or kwan we swa. Say Ghana for to about mano next a now share bay. And no to about mana on sign and bow nansu beam. On here, so some be man another chance. Shall more back show. 2016 poor no babesre, say some man on fear 9 cahuno. What me can catch a Ghana for say, on your president, I won't mean can was. No, a drum phone. Now, open so who now did Ghana for Sikaya, co parliament coffee. Now, any because of near a new one, yes, I mean penase. Nansen ono President Mahama ebisa se NPP aban no tebe na de Ghana for sikaye samukai ose ya meche no na de Ghana for sikaye ema Dr. Baumia esan to ne bo ema no muaye niema e de Ghana for sikaye nya President Baumia esan de ma President Mahama de mo hu susun ya eda enipa mienu nintam. Now, who they compare President Akufo-Addo? President Akufo-Addo no. Uni baby a ujina. Onhi him by heart. To say President Mahama. Into ushushe kandinia. Ene Ghana ya timi ye hiya kandinia unim na drain a stable jina ho on him by heart now we can present Akufo-Addo oba ye niema ohia oman no e free tete president bi aba okasa obeye ono so se ye to abama na obeye yakopon ye no moa no ba mu or ye no ahoden mu free SHS and the constitution since 1992 aban bi antimi nye President Akufo-Addo at the free SHS aba one district one factory a free year Kwame Nkrumah breso ye nya age atum se so man be ko na nimpa atumpon a next is industrialization. Government bia in the Fourth Republic and found what nimba say Jumaniso industrialization Jumaniso President Akufo-Addo. There was one district, one factory program. Opeso share kwanya President Muhammad Ede industrialization the first one. Men ko baby ko commander. Na ko sugar factory no ye. Ene ahemfo omo to President Akufo-Addo din promise keeper obi a ohye a odiso. Share asema ebeto ye nwa no bo dagbon e free 2002. Ye pray say asumdwe beba ho no manyo mo hene. President Akufo-Addo share bo say oba ye to abama no a obeye no betimi aye bia ma asumdwe abadagbon ena me no mo kase asumdwe abadagbon ye si hene ya na e wo ho wo yendi President Akufo-Addo na mo ya mano ya bokonya mano na Abudani the first because of Ejman dagbon what the aba e me na asumdwe aba ho mon hwe Obuasi Goldfields President Mahama Breso when timia me ahwe so ye e ma adwuma no ebegu ye yera asante hene akachira nse Obuasi Goldfields o me de man so on ton $1 as the adwuma no gu President Akufo-Addo share yem boss ye to aba mano a obeye no betimi aye bia ma Obuasi Goldfields no asan page gina ni na so e na me de mo kase wedi so Obuasi Goldfields ejina ni na so afa Ghana for thousands and thousands omo ye adwuma we obi a ohyebo a odiso time na ye commission ye bia no for the second time ohwe ye ra asante hinia na niso kra nke niso ya ate no ohwe railways train beye 30-40 years egu e wo Ghana ha President Akufo ba ye omia na nipa e de Accra Tema railway no e ba ye o san de Accra Nsawan railway e ba ye President Mahama Bedi Vice President the President the free 2009 kosi 2016 wanfa nani anhwe railways President Akufo-Addo baye o share boss oba be hwe railways because o man bia o pese otumpon uhia railways nene ejuma President Akufo-Addo eye oni minua jogate on railways enye juma kitwa nza yen share dan bo hu dero but to call from a obe hu ejuma ye ni a pager railway transport e wo memu ha na o twa mi yera ba omia e de tudwa nhihye ya aban no ye na sa digitization ya ba o memu ha na boa o membu ye mu bi obi beka say bi abon before computer now so ye man no de omuntimi ndwane free computer aban no ye nhihye se na be ya ye mano digitization ya be enjo mo ho na mda na mi de wo mu kra ne se free wifi na e ba for schools e wo Ghana ha a o ma shase because when him say answer na sa digitization ni obetimi adimu akotene ohia data ohia connectivity ohia fiber President Akufo na de buy nene President Akufo-Addo ebe ye free wifi ama ye school si into to abama President Akufo-Addo o to abama oba dachi o to aba ama free wifi for ma enu nwa nketwa now some person who susun ye da nipa menu ntem ya hwe kwan omde fa omanu fa so tama onene bi crisis onene ebeto omen oyene so obeka ya President Mahama Breso dum so mfie 9 ni echire hwe kwan a ode Ghana for fa so intro eni dada enipa ya kwan ho chire mu because of dum so can be betray nipa na be mom nkran e be show mu nkran now ye bibia be ma Obrena, and which no more Brenna, who is what. President Mamma me and be bia a bema Ghana for or my brabo, so a money who no moon, a coffin. They mum no yen and dada. Or say, oh, doom so my any ye. Me trip. A dear chan, na your west. A do baby crow man home, born home ranny. As is your cania henny. Until Ufrena, Mamukania, near just ya Mahama. A dear chin, a doom son crowd a failure, a bed nationwide. We need leadership, President Mama de Maya, or Yenisa Betoya, and there are minimal Cassay. Doom so a Ghana for Casa. I bet than international language for blackouts because of President Mahama. Shonene and Abetu a friend of COVID-19. Shekwaya leadership can near send a President Akufo-Addo idio maneni. Onwa Gina Simpie suno de omano or kano kwari treye baby a yare ne do baby kwaya ye faso. And ne Semuka be a friend of fellow Ghanaians. Because of leadership, President Akufo-Addo is show during this COVID crisis. Fellow Ghanaians are better than a part of our political term. No friends share they about free electricity, free water. It is so Ghana for us saying. You been see that? We call United Nations the way we born a baswa or kwanya or their faswa. We are Ghanaian. A man just a show crime, my feel proud. Who ban corruption? Katashisha. Sa Tibor na President Mama Bresso corruption ba yentimi yade emfaso. Ene a trim. Na utie yenyan mendisi fwa. Omzio PDS chese President Akufo-Addo ontimi kuntia corruption. PDS President Akufo-Addo ni trem anambwa. Ono trem. And look Americans who say almost per PDS no na bibia from Sobia ni so. President Akufo-Addo jina ni naso trem. Emergency crest KBS Americans ni ba manfama. Tie den na ultimate PDS about President Akufo-Addo so bo. Eden. Nipa no no trem. Uhun say nye no trem. Ema America for kwa no this cano ban. Si trem am first cano ma. Nso jina ni naso. Eden ade bo no so bo. Agyapong afi na eba. E wo krata so. Nhihia e wo ho ese omo ye omejai because na special prosecutor so be so hwehwem. Ohwehwe mu wie President Akufo-Addo say yensan nya ade ni nya afofo. Eden na di wey ebo no so bo. But no ye no nya free nche. Ohwe President Mahama ni President Akufo-Addo. Odi omo mie no si ho a. Untimi nya katasehye bia obetin dey to President Akufo-Addo so directly when on one kasa ni pedriano. Now so President Mahama when nya kra obenya Ford card. Ah no president name na oje bibi a free obi a yema the contract. Nipa na num obekai. One car krabekai Airbus. Ah nipa na mu Agyapong se omo ma obi $5 million bribe. Because nipa near President Mahama nua say na be obenya contract. Into all the corruption crowd to wha nipa mienu no o pesa o hwehwe nipa obetimi akoatia corruption e wo Ghana in the next 4 years. Untimi mfa President Mahama and to President Akufo-Addo. Hwe sada. President Mahama yenya ni bebi ofri north. Ono atu ni hu so no ye the candidate from the north. John obetimi a peja development for new anu me north. San oketche in 2012 and 2016. About 2009 about between. No kofa adi bi so friend no SADA. Savannah Accelerated Development Authority. Say no dey ba be peja mpontuo e wo north. Now so yen yen baby esi here. Omo fa SADA isu e di Ghana fosika jese untimi nka corruption a unka SADA. Millions and millions of dollars. Say the Korean confirm. And ne ye who confirm no back. Sometimes millions and millions of dollars. Say the Korean quiet. That was enough. True sada. And then will be acquired no more. Says $9 million, $18 million. Ghana for your free says come. I mean, ne see a can't catastrophe, a can't corruption. Sada. I confirm Abedani Kasanibi. The nipa say now the no ya kasi show be a bit me a bomb puntu or north. Or the nebetu na Abudani the first akufo-addo. Intimi. And net President akufo-addo are buying the largest single investment in the north, Polugu Dam. The largest single investment in the north, President akufo-addo. The Yenuanuma was rim, Okwa Kotua Ba, Mawadrin Emra Sani Meso, Nakotua Bapa. Sir President Mahama Ebremo Sada. Sada, not the Brem, fast who yes Sikepi. And I Ghana Shree Sikepi. President akufo-addo, or the Asunjuya Badagbon, a year Polugu Dam, the largest single investment ever north. Into free north now Kotua Ba, no ma wa drink abanye meso. Yebeka say President Mahama o free so 2016. O say a fear na o man fear idea man or tenemu a free 2009. O say ye man no fem kofie. Se bunya amokai. Na eneno President Mahama esamba be the president. Na che say on call retirement. Anambwa. Into on call retirement. Adentina no pesa dino in 2016. But then Namadrin Yemen say, O lose elections 2016, or you're not doing so about retirement. Into no bisa for retirement benefits. Emphasize a Japanese say, Enfemano. Now so or say Gina president, not just our sense not dream. Not dream in Gina Falcon. Not dream him. Inti when president South Alabama President Mahama Ubenya ewo Ghana. I mean Jean this Ghana for ebejisa presidential style atu. Obia not dream him. Obia ni leadership no ye obey the wind. Baby am from abon or no ko. Inti binyanum na watwe ayebe me Joada ayebe ye koto abanwa ese ehu se ye court akodi ya nkasa yasem ye koto abanu ama ye hu as Ghana for ema ye ma ene ye man nti we de o koto abanu ama wankasa ohu na o koye sa judgment na untimi enye partial o to abama wa untimi enye partial to aba wa unimse ebeboa wa kasa medamasi yeah, clearly in order. Give me one.